Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to December. This is Signs and Wonders, and my name is Carrie, and I'm at wooingnature.life. I hope everything has been good for you. I hope that whatever lessons that you have been learning over the past month, you are taking copious notes, because taking copious notes, keeping a journal, writing these things down, keeping a phone journal, whatever it is that works for you so that you can record what's happening right now is going to be of most benefit to you, and it may even end up being of benefit to other people. A lot of times, because we are processing through life and things are happening so fast, we don't take that time to say, this is what happened today. And now, because we have all of these wonderful devices and smartphones and voice recorders, you can just record it right in as it's happening, or you can take a video of the moment, or whatever it is that makes sense for you in terms of documenting your experience, then I highly recommend that. All right, so I am going to be reading today for the month of December from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Now, this is a very femme deck because everything in here is associated with Kuan Yin. But what I love about it is that the images really capture the feminine from childhood all the way through adulthood. I think there is one image of a man in this entire deck, but it doesn't mean that it excludes men. What it means is that there is an aspect of femininity that we may be missing right now, and so we need to infuse a little more feminine into our experience, and we're already infusing some feminine into our political experience. So it's good to do that from time to time. The feminine is about nurturing, it's about compassion, it's about intuition, following your intuition. So everybody can use a little of that. And so I'm going to start with the Wild Kuan Yin, and then I'm going to move to the Spirit Animal Oracle. We're going back to the animals again. I love working with animals, and I do work with animals in like actual real animals in relationship to intuitive life management. But for the sake of the readings, I'll go to the cards and we'll just see what animals come up for you. Now, last month we looked at who was coming towards you, or who are the people that were around you in November. So if you want to take a look at that, you can, just to kind of refresh your memory. But I'm going to open this up a little bit more and see where the animals take us. So it may be energy that you need to embody, or it may be people that are coming around you, either one. And then for the tarot portion, I'm going to Revelations Tarot by Zach Wan, a really fun deck that I like reading from. Because the reverse images have a different image, so they're a lot of fun to work with, and they always give a solid but light-hearted kind of message. You know, it's not so serious and graven when the messages come through, so I like it for that reason. All right, so let's jump right in with Kuan Yin. I'm just pulling one card for you, Gemini, just to kind of give us some direction for December, and again, talking about that feminine energy of nurturing, a nurturing message, something to feed you, to nourish your mind, body, spirit. There it is. It says, she rides with wild spirit unbroken. She rides with wild spirit unbroken. Why am I not surprised about that, Gemini? Why does that make sense? So when we're talking about that wild spirit, and Gemini does have a wild spirit. Actually, they have two sides. They usually have a wild spirit, and then they have a very not wild spirit. And it depends on what they want to show you as to what you end up getting. So this is the walk on the wild side for you. And December is pushing that forward. I'm trying to find my book. Okay, there we go. So we'll go right to, I do see a stop sign up here though, Gemini. I do see that stop sign right there. We'll see what the oracle has to say. All right, it says that she rides with wild, unbroken spirit. You are a wild spirit, no matter how often you've been told no, been suppressed by rules and regulations, Been denied a right to speak your crazy, beautiful truths. Inside of you beats a persistent, loving heart that will not be denied. I like that. I knew that the wild joy in you would soon kick off its shackles of shame. I knew that no amount of criticism or disrespect could ever break your spirit or your heart. I'm so thankful for that, Gemini. I knew that even if you doubted that at times deep inside your heart there was a spirit so wild that it could never be tamed, I know that it's only ever a matter of time before your wild spirit will rise and be free. It says cultural conditioning in a healthy sense is meant to give us guidelines by which we can operate as a functional society. Having boundaries for behavior enables us to relate to each other respectfully. That's what the rules and the boundaries are for. We can contribute to society in ways that help us make a safe and supportive community possible, and so create a good quality of life for its members. A less conscious, sometimes even abusive version is that when personal choice is eradicated, where there is no sense that questioning is even allowed, when obedience is demanded and individuality is not honored. The conditioning that is meant to assist in the development of healthy communities becomes regressive, infantilizing, and if taken to heart, quite damaging to the self that wants to emerge and grow. Bringing conditioning to consciousness is the only way to confront it and become free enough to question it so that we can choose for ourselves. If we don't even know we are responding to the world in a preconditioned way or holding particular beliefs simply because that is what we were taught and reinforced to believe, then we may make the mistake of confusing our opinion with the truth. This is what causes ego-based conflict, the most futile sort of conflict. Oh, yes. This is not conflict that can be used to fuel healthy growth and evolution in a win-win resolution. It's conflict about who claims to be right and justified for even the most soul-destroying behavior at the expense of another. Now, that is way too much. It's way too much. All right, I'm going to let you rewind that one back. Without bringing our conditioning to consciousness, we lose the power to question everything, to be open, to discern, and decide for ourselves if there could be more to life than what we already think and know. And believe me, there's more to life than what you think and know. It has to be. It has to be. We are limited in our function. We are limited in our function, even if our days are limited. We're limited, okay? A lot of times people don't like to deal with that fact because they like to feel like, oh, well, you can do anything at any time. It's a whole lot of everything out there for you to do. Some of it you don't want to do. Some of it you do, okay? And so just accept that part of it and keep it moving. Where there are boundaries and where there are structures, there are ways to move around it, Gemini, which you know. You totally understand that. So, c'est la vie. All right, I'm moving right on to these spirit animals. We're going to see. I usually pull 3, but we'll pull whatever comes for Gemini for the month of December. Month of December, animals. I want to take this moment to ask you to pay attention to the animals around you, whether they are pets. Don't ignore them. They have messages for you too. They're not excluded. Pay attention to the birds, the types of animals that come towards you. I'm talking about in real life, okay? And then, of course, I'm going to give you these cards. It's just something else to think about. All right, there's your 3 there. They were coming in all kinds of different ways. Okay, so we have a Nightingale Spirit. Now, what I know about the Nightingale, and it says here, love is all around. So that's just a reminder to you that you have love all around you. You are not excluded from love. You are a part of love, and you know love when you see it. So wherever the love is, you want to gravitate toward that, Gemini. You want to gravitate toward that, or at least get somewhere in the middle. And I know that sometimes it's a struggle for Gemini. The nightingale, what we associate with the nightingale is their song, their voice, their song. And the song of the nightingale is beautiful. And so when we talk about your song, we're talking about the voice. So of course we're talking about the throat chakra. So you want to work on some throat chakra exercises. You might want to do some voice exercises. For those of you who are interested, you might want to even do voice lessons, because all of that really helps you exercise this part of your energy center. And so your voice is very important, Gemini. Whatever it is that you have to say is important. And so so I feel like that's something for you. That's some energy to give to you. That's a 41 there. For those of you who are numerologically inclined, it breaks down to a 5. A 5 is change. And to go with that 5, you have another 5 with the bat spirit. Now, the bat spirit is associated with, shamanic transition, shamanic death. I'm trying to think of all things that they say. A shamanic death. Yeah. So if you are in the process of learning to be or becoming a shaman, or you are receiving messages that are leading you toward a shamanic path, then you might want to pay attention to those bat people around you. It could be people who are knowledgeable of this teaching in different forms. And shaman is like the Kleenex word for spiritual teachers and healers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you say, hand me a Kleenex, it's the brand name. So shaman has become kind of the brand name. But this is anybody who is associated with spiritual teaching and or healing. That would be your bat spirit people. And I feel like, Gemini, what they're doing is they're coming in to show you that aspect of yourself, because you are Gemini, and because you're two-sided, like Pisces is two-sided and Capricorn is two-sided in their emblem. It represents those people having the ability to shift from one to another, from one energy to another, from one dimension to another. It gives you that capability. So if it is something that you're interested in, then I think that you would probably do very well with that. And then, of course, I'm seeing the third eye chakra here. This is your sixth chakra. So there's some work that needs to be done there if you are choosing this path. So you need to do some opening and some energy work and clearing around your fifth chakra, no, your sixth chakra, and then also your fifth chakra, which is the voice, being able to exercise your voice. And then, not surprised again, is the dolphin. The dolphin is the master communicator. So the dolphin not only senses and feels, it also communicates and understands language. And so you are, because of your Mercury leaning, considered to be the communicator of the zodiac. So this is just a reminder to you that this is where you sit. You sit with dolphin energy, and the dolphin is, like I said, master communicator. They feel, they sense, they are sensitive, they understand human language. They have a language between themselves that they use to navigate the water. So if it's emotional issues that you may be dealing with, then you're relying on that energy, and that does come in with your number 2. So that is it for the Spirit Animal Oracle. And we're moving right along to the Revelations Tarot. Let's go to the Revelations, the Book of Revelations. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get 100,000 people talking about me because I equated the tarot to the Book of Revelations. Yes, I read the book too. Yes, I do. I do study my word. Yes, indeed. There's all kinds of people out here. Welcome to the Tarot Dome. All right, so Gemini, we are working with the Revelations Tarot with Zach Wong. All right, we got a Tower card happening. You know what that means. That means the ego. Remember when we're talking about that ego stuff? Ego, don't do that. Ego will bring you the tower. The tower. Tower card is mostly associated with that. It's that which man creates. That which man creates. And man likes to create things based on ego. Okay? Look at some of the skyscrapers that you see around, and I don't know. I'm going to let your mind run free with that one. Okay? But we got tower energy here. Usually when the tower energy comes in, if there's something that you're attached to, or if it's something that you are trying to make happen and you're trying to, you're building, and it is associated with ego stuff, then it's going to come down. This comes in with the spirit of Oya. For those of you who study that teaching, it comes in with Oya or Oya, or either it comes in with Yansa or Yayansa too. But any energy or spirit of change. So for those of you who follow different teachings and different practices, then anything that represents change, that's what this is bringing in. It comes in also with the Queen of Swords in the upright. Now, what's interesting about the Queen of Swords in the upright is that usually she's associated with somebody who ain't playing, right? She is clear about her intention. She's clear about her choices. She already knows what it is that she's going to do. And I'm saying she, but the energy is the energy. It doesn't matter about the gender, okay? I think you guys have probably seen enough of these videos to know it's about the energy. But what I'm saying is this is how she operates. So you can't pull wool over her eyes. You can't come to her with some lame brain idea, because she's probably already thought it out and she's decided that she doesn't like you, okay? So whenever you come to the Queen of Swords, you got to come correct. So this might be about coming correct, or it might be about people coming correct to you, right? Either way. Either way. All right. I don't know why y'all's cards want to try to act up, but that is... Anyway, so we got you going into Hermit Mode. The Hermit Mode is there so that you can get your mind right, so that you can bring everything to center, so that whatever it is that you might be dealing with, that the wild side and the not so wild side, or the wild side and the thinking side of yourself can come together. That's what the Hermit is for, because it is there. While Kuan Yin said the wild side is there, it is there for you to express yourself, right? Throat chakra. And it's not about just following along and being obedient and that kind of thing. But at the same time, you can't be building a structure based on ego out of that either. It can't be an ego path. Because if your wild side is about your ego and you trying to hold up whatever it is that you think it is about yourself, then you're going to find yourself in one of those Heyoka situations, or one of those coyote situations. Heyoka and coyote will come and fool your butt and bring something around the back. You'll be chasing your tail. Okay? So we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. A lot of feminine energy in this deck, but the Queen of Pentacles is getting in touch with your nature. That's what I'm getting from this. It's about intuitively getting in touch with your nature, with your inner nature. And I think that's why we've got the feminine coming up twice here. It's tapping into an inner wisdom that you have, that you need to bring into your physical life, right? To bring down here. So it's not just an idea that you have. It's actually you bringing it down here, okay? And then applying it to your physical waking life every day. It's not lofty like, well, I shouldn't say it's not lofty. Spirituality is lofty. It's out here. Hey, it can keep going too. It's Neptune associated. Religion is Neptune associated. It's also associated with Jupiter too, and also Uranus too. But It's very Neptune associated, and so that's why people can get all drifted off in the cosmos about spiritual matters. That's why people get hooked up in cults. That's why people get, but we're not here to do, this isn't about that. This is about you learning how to follow your own spirit so that nobody's leading you. Nobody's telling you what you're supposed to be doing. No one. Not even the internet. Okay? Okay. So I got quite a few things here. Hold on, let me grab them. And we'll take it from there. All right, so Three of Cups. This is an energy of things coming together. Now, actually, it's coming, the way I'm seeing it is that it's coming in behind this tower. So whatever it is that you're trying to do that could be ego-oriented, that's going to have to go away. But as that's happening, things are also coming together for you. You are meeting new people. You are connecting some other dots. So let this go and just pay attention to what's formulating out of that. That, of course, is going to come after you've spent your hermit time. Hermit time is important. Hermit time can be meditation, can be prayer, can be getting still, can be pulling yourself off the social media. It could be, I don't want to say isolating yourself, but that's what I mean. I don't want isolating, not that, but I'm saying just pulling yourself out of the normal routine and the people and the situations that you find yourself in. That's what I mean. All right. But please do your meditation. All right. So Knight of Cups here says that there is some, that you're owning your passion, but I want to get to that in just a minute. We also have the Sun in reverse, so I need to look at that. I'm seeing the King of Pentacles in reverse, so we're going to examine that. And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which we need to also examine. All right, so let's go back to each one of these one by one. First of all, this is about passion, and this is about what you care about. What you're passionate about that you also care about. And what you are passionate and what you care about, that's where you should focus your attention at this time. Now, this is a learning process for you. This is like you still learning something about what you're passionate about and how you can bring that, like I said, how you can apply that which you feel moved to do or that which excites you, how you can then apply that to your daily life. And that's a learning process for you. So you're going to be doing that in December, and that's a good thing. You've got the Sun in reverse here, and I don't know why, but it probably has something to do with this King in reverse. All right, so the King of Pentacles is on top of his financial game. He's on top of his physical game. His body is in shape. He feels good about who he is. This makes him feel confident. But right now the King is bored. Bored, and then that brings in the unhappiness, right? So while you're doing your hermiting, I want you to think about what you're passionate about. Okay, Gemini, you got to think about this, that you care about. Because the thing that you're passionate about that you also care about is the thing you need to be doing to keep from being bored. And then you'll feel much happier. That was easy. So the Five of Pentacles shows you going through a cycle, and it could be this one right here. You're going through a cycle, but what you're looking for, Gemini, is what to get rid of, what to throw away, what to remove. And this is telling me that you need to focus on your crown chakra as well, because your crown chakra is going to give you the right information. Your Ori is going to give you your right information. So focus on the crown chakra, get you some, oh no, this is the one you need right here. This is chevron amethyst. This is tumbled chevron amethyst. The way to know that it's chevron amethyst is going to be purple and all that, like a regular amethyst. This is your regular amethyst. This is an example of amethyst. You've seen this before. It comes in different shape, sizes, and shades. It does, just like all of us. But it'll be those little lines. See those little V-shaped lines that are coming down? That's how you know it's chevron amethyst. And this one, you can see the I guess you can see. See how it's the little lines, okay? This one looks a lot different than this, beautifully tumbled one. This is raw, and this one is tumbled. This one's tumbled. So get you some chevron amethyst and meditate with your chevron amethyst, or put it in your car, or put it in your pocket and just walk around with it. They do need to clean and charge, so once you find yours, clear it and charge it. It will take water, so you can put it down in water and cleanse it, or you can cleanse it with smoke, whatever feels good to your soul, and then wear it or walk around with it. But before you do that, just connect with the stone, charge the stone, and say, you know what, I need to cycle back through some things that were ego related that I need to release now. And so I need that crown chakra to be on point to help me see, to help me know what to pick and choose and what to get rid of and what not to get rid of. That's what you're charging your stone for. Okay? All right, let's see if the cards have anything else to say for you, Gemini. This is a good reading. I feel good about it. Thank you, spirits, for giving me guidance today, because I needed guidance about you guys. All right, so we got the Fool in reverse here. The Fool in reverse is a thinking being. The Fool upright just goes without abandon, just fly by night. That's that wild spirit side. But the Fool in reverse to me is doing a little bit more thinking before they make a move, because there's a lot of things happening around you I'm seeing right now, and it feels like things are falling apart. And you're also seeing this kind of cookie cutter thing happening that you don't like. So you have to really focus. And this goes back to the Hermit, why the Hermit is here. It's here because you are starting new. There is an undoing, which means that new things are coming together, which is great. But you just want to make sure of what you're getting into and what you're choosing. It goes back to that crown chakra, chevron amethyst story that I just gave you, and also in going back through the cycle and getting rid of things. Now, cycles, you guys know when it's a cycle because it repeats. You're like, how did I end up here again? I thought I wasn't going to do this, and now I ended up in this again. That's how you know you're going through a cycle. It's like, golly, I got to stop this. When you find yourself saying that, you're going through a cycle. So what you need to do, and that's why the Hermit is there, is to look at the cycle all the way through. That's what the meditation is for. We need to do a cycle meditation. I think I'll plan that for January. But we need to looking at cycles. So when you see yourself going through that cycle, you can play it out for yourself because you've been through it 2 or 3 times. And now you're like, you know what? It's time to break the cycle. But what do I need to get rid of in order to break the cycle? Because see, the cycle feeds off of the cycle's things. Whatever the things are in the cycle, it feeds off of those things. So some of those things have to go. Then they're not there for the cycle to feed off of. And then the cycle can be easily dismantled. And then you can go to a new cycle. Okay. And there it is. There's the World. That's the last one I'm pulling for you today, because it looks like you're just, you're strong, you're empowered, you have your crown chakra together, you are connected to the nature of things, you are in your circle, you're operating from your true self, and these 2 snakes here represent the caduceus, which represents health and healing. So I'm seeing that for you also in December. So good for you, Gemini. I'm very happy for you. This is a very good reading today. All right, Gemini, you know where to find me. If you are looking for me, I am at wooingnature.life. I am also at Carrie@wooingnature.life. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for your daily dose. And you can also check back here, say like the second part of the month, and I'll be back with your elements. So I do earth, air, fire, and water, and it's for earth people, air people, fire people, water people. You can do it according to your zodiac. You can do it according to whatever is heaviest in your astrological chart, or how you feel. If you know you fiery, if you know you watery, and you like, getting with the flow or something like that, then you can attach to that line and you can look at all of them. It doesn't matter because we're all one. All right. So I hope you had enjoyed this video. Take a look at the information in the description box below. As always, I hope you have a great December and I hope you're having a fabulous life.